Good evening all, how are we doing? Hope you're all getting on well. I feel like I'm leaning back a little bit too much, but I'm not sure if I am or not. Oh, we'll figure it out, won't we? How are we all doing? Happy Friday! Made it to the end of another week. Given the way this one started, it was quite possible I'd be a pile of ash by now, but apparently not, so that's a win. Hope you guys are all doing well. Ready for something new again. We've been crossing games off quite rapidly this year. Cool. Keeps things fresh and interesting and such, doesn't it? He says trying to get himself settled. Still a bit toasty. So, how are we all doing? Securing Evening Tango. First for the mark. Welcome, welcome. Evening Rooney. Yeah, Witcher 2. Should be good. We did Witcher 1 end of last year, start of this year. Sort of during the crossover in the winter. We actually started it off sort of back into the summer and then Deathloop came out. So we kind of took a break, did Deathloop and then came back to The Witcher. Yeah. So time for The Witcher 2. Should get us through this in time for probably December, well, sometime in the autumn. And then we're ahead of time for other games that I want to play and I'll figure out the timing on that later. Not least of all because I can't remember launch dates and stuff for half of them. So, you know. And some of them haven't even been announced on the launch date, so we'll see what happens there as well. So, evening Noel, hope you're well. Everybody doing good? Good. Yeah. So, we played the first game, The Witcher, and that was cool. Geralt had lost all his memories, which is convenient because that's everything that happened in the books. So, it's a fresh start for people who hadn't read them. He's got some of them back, but not most of them. And ran through a whole load of hassle after the Witchers were attacked and Kaer Morhen came under siege. Mutagens were stolen. And, yeah, hunted down this organisation called Salamandra and found out who was behind it and stuff. And took out the crazy mage who was leading them. Basically dismantled this organisation that was threatening them and uncovered a plot to assassinate King Foltest of Temeria right at the end of the game. Foiled the assassin who had some suspiciously Witcher-like abilities. And this game will pick up a few months after that. So that should be cool. Another heatwave predicted. Haven't heard anything else yet, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. As long as it's not here right now, that's all I care about. So yeah, we'll fire this thing up in just a second. FYI. I will have to duck out partway through just for like 5-10 minutes or so. So a brief interlude later on. Unfortunately, my shopping has to arrive midway through the stream, which is, yay, you know. What can you do? It was either that or have it arrive early on Saturday morning, and I figured there'll probably be nothing on the shelves by the time to pick it up if I do that, so tonight it is. But there we go. So, let's fire this game up, shall we? Encountered a weird problem while I was testing this out, so I'm very glad I did test it. The launcher, because old games having launchers, you know how that goes on PC, tends to crash a bit, so you kind of have to bypass it to get the game to launch once that starts happening. Apparently it's a long-running known bug, so I'll get rid of that and I'll get things up and running, and then we'll go back to it. Yeah. Okay, so we've got another one of those, have we? Another one what stops... prevents me from operating secondary windows when it's the primary window. I can't pause the music while the game's open. Annoying. You'd think the Stream Deck would be designed to work around that, but no, it doesn't, so... Just Windows being a dick, basically, I think, unless it's specifically set up to allow that. New drink? No, just water, because I've run out of juice, and it's a bit shit. Do the job, though. I'm not drinking a pint of vodka, I promise. Right, here we go. Nice shiny new screen. There are significant improvements in this game in terms of the gameplay and the graphics, not least of all, and a few other bits and pieces, and a number of changes, so hopefully some of the frustrations won't be a thing. On the other hand, it's based on my trials and testing of it before. It's a bit hard, this game. So, hey Sarah, how are you doing? Yeah, there is a tutorial to it, but I'm going to skip over that because it doesn't really relate to the story. Not vodka gin, no, definitely not. Been there, done that, never doing it again. Yeah, there's a tutorial, but it doesn't affect the story. It's not connected to the rest of the game. It's just kind of there. And, yeah, so I'm not going to go through that. It's kind of pointless, and I've done it a couple of times already. So we'll just fire up a new game. I'm going to import a Witcher 1 save, if it'll let me. Suppose that one. Do I want to begin with the tutorial? No. I want to go straight to normal. And we'll see how it goes. You ready? How are we doing? Good, glad you're doing well, Star. Indeed, naught is more repulsive than these monsters that defy nature and are known by the name of Witcher, as they are the offspring of foul sorcery and witchcraft. Unscrupulous scoundrels without conscience and virtue, they are veritable creatures from hell, capable only of taking lives. Monstrum, a portrayal of witches. Anonymous. Good, glad you're doing well. Oh, I haven't got the subtitles on, so I'll need to fix that in a minute. 6 years have passed since that memorable day when the Northern Kingdoms and their forces united defeated the hosts of Nilfgaard in open battle at Brenna. Famine and disease reign in all the north. Elves and dwarves inhabit ghettos. In ever-increasing numbers, they flee to the forest to join Squirtel units. Turn the volume down a bit. In Temeria, an unidentified assassin attempts to murder King Foltest. The killer dies at the hands of Geralt of Rivia, a professional monster slayer. A month passes. On the banks of the Pontar River, Foltest's army is victorious once more, ending civil strife in the country. Yet the price of this triumph is high, I think was the gist of that. Temeria, the year 1271. Made a boo-boo, actually. Reworked beginning of the last game. Like I had a few chunks taken out of him, our boy Geralt. You need to be more careful on that, Geralt. He says, falling in flat on his face. Discovered by friends, luckily for him. Dungeons of Valette Castle 3 days after the battle. The Prologue. Is that green? You'd think it was a Fallout game.
Come on, sixes. Daddy needs you. Oh, shit. Ha! 20 orange to Grandad.
No dice.
Looky there. He's awake. You daft! Don't go in there!
Shut it. He's in chains. Can't do a thing.
Am I right, Master Geralt?
Yeah, Geralt's luck is about up to the usual standard.
Roll again! Why? The dice didn't roll! Calling me a cheat? Take it back.
Look, he's awake again.
Monster slayer, my ass. A regular horson. I heard witches all start out as roadside orphans taken in by mages. Mages who experiment on them. Fuck's sake, they plough witches come the equinox.
Or any other time, really.
Spooky eyes.
Enough! Take him down and put him in the interrogation room.
I thought you died.
I'm not so easy to kill.
These two are kind of lucky he didn't just screw him right over there. Right. I'm going to bounce out just a moment because there was something else I wanted to show you before this, because I forgot. Extras. So there is the Demavend Assassination cutscene, which plays as soon as you fire the game up, which was not very convenient in stream setups to play. But we're going to play it back now and get a little bit of background, so do that. Plus it's cool. Shot. Very nice shots. I was going to make a comment about adult themes, but lighting your farts isn't really that adult, is it? You guys are looking killingly like twins wrestling away there. Yeah, lovely. Busy sir. Better than being bored. Oh dear. There's a quick reaction on the part of the mage there. Nicely done. It's a bit nippy out. Oh dear. Spectacularly pretty. It must have looked really, really cool 11 years ago when this game first came out. Click on a few of those vials at the beginning of the week. Yeah, definitely not. I don't know. After the shot siege is pulled off, the wobble on the arrow is really good as well. It's actually really accurate. Goes crazy speed, not quite so much. Wizard's not doing quite so well this time. On King. Good. He set off with a dagger. In 2 strokes. Suppose he has got really big arms. Interesting that the crown stays attached. There we go. Scene being set. Assassination of a king. Should be back in the menu in a second. Yes, there we go. Right. Okay, so it's going to make me do it again, is it? Okay, that's fine. Skip through... Oh, I forgot to... Hang on. Going to put the bloody subtitles on again, wasn't I? Forgot. Come on. Sound... Subtitles. There we go. Okay. I think here. That's 7. Pull the other stuff down a little bit. Okay. That might be a little bit more reasonable. Right, we'll skip that because we've already seen it once. Right. Yeah, definitely a good scene, that one. Thought it was worth showing off. Like I say, when it boots right at the start of the game, it's not very helpful.
Daddy needs you. Oh, shit.
Ha! 20 orange to Grandad.
Looky there, he's awake. You daft! Don't go in there!
Shut it. He's in chains. Can't do a thing.
Am I right, Master Geralt?
No, but
Roll again! Why? The
there's a
dice
skull on
didn't
the table.
roll. Calling me a cheat? Take it back.
Look, he's awake again.
Monster slayer, my ass. A regular whoreson. I heard witches all start out as roadside orphans taken in by mages. Mages who experiment on them. Folks say they plough witches come the equinox. That's how they get those spooky
too
eyes.
uncivilized.
Enough!
Take him down and put him in the interrogation room.
I thought you died.
I'm not so easy to kill.
Do. What I understand, conversation options do have an impact in this.
I don't
But-
believe you've been introduced. Vernon Roach.
Fuck you.
That's not quite what I was going for, but you know.
And after we've been through so much.
Same side of the barricade then. Opposite sides of the table now.
You can change that.
You want me to sit on your lap?
Press!
Little hard to shake his hand with my hands chained behind my back.
Unshackle him.
Hello.
You will tell me everything you remember. The entire assault. And all that happened in the Solar.
And if I refuse?
I shall have to beat you. I've commanded the Special Forces for a while. Got good at beating others. You're a Witcher. You'd endure much.
You better believe it.
Worst case scenario, you'll suffer through it, go back to your cell, and tomorrow, they'll publicly gut you, skin you, and hang you. Just
Seems unpleasant.
for nothing.
No. For Temeria.
Downright praiseworthy. Where should I start?
It was a long day. I wish to hear the important bits.
Well, we might as well go through the whole lot.
Just so we're clear on this, I was not eager to go into battle. But Foltest is not someone you refuse.
Oh. Guess he must be horny. Oh, hello. Interesting. Geralt gets to keep his trousers on, but she doesn't. Not that I'm complaining, mind, but, you know, does seem to be a bit of double standard going on there. Much less fun that way.
Witcher, are you up?
Well, your tent needs a zip and a padlock.
His Majesty, King of Temeria, Pontar, Mahakam, and Sodden, Senior Protector of Bruges, summons Master Geralt to appear before him.
Tell him I'll be there shortly.
Sorry to intrude like this, milady, but the King...
We heard you.
Whether a fella didn't have much between his ears.
Witcher,
Coffee perf.
Stupid war. Could have been such a beautiful morning.
A war can never be stupid when waged by your king.
Right, I'm going to change my battery now because, you know. Probably going to work. Probably. So, which one are we going to go for? No wise wars or people dying because of a lover's spat? No wise wars, I think.
A wise war is a contradiction, Triss.
Then maybe you know just how I should advise our lustful monarch.
Stop falling in love, sire no further bastards, and don't wage stupid wars.
Genius. You know, these bastards could vie for the throne in the future? Then we'd have an even more senseless conflict.
Which doesn't change the fact that...
I know. Foltest and the other northern monarchs are neither the smartest nor the most refined. But they're kings, one of whom we serve.
And I'll see Foltest is summoned, protect him if need be. But once the castle falls, we leave.
Did you dream of the wild hunt again?
How's the volume, folks?
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be okay, but...
I get the feeling that dream's important. Running frantically through the forest. The wild hunt. They're the last things I remember. I wake up and try to relive the dream and the memory, hoping I'll find some guidance. Some clue to grab onto. Something that'll help me recover my memory.
Dreams can be very powerful. Some people
Good.
claim they
Nice.
can even shape reality.
People claim a lot of things. The problem is, it's often nonsense.
We'll know
Yeah.
in time. I'm sure of it.
One of the scouts swears he saw a dragon down by the river. Claims he ran into a Scoia'tael unit.
Nice.
That would have been it if the dragon hadn't swooped down. The elves apparently bowed in prayer and he escaped.
A dragon in the midst of civilization? Oh, please. Besides, does it matter? Witchers don't hunt dragons. Or has something changed?
Nothing's changed. And you're right. It's probably not a dragon. Although it could be a forktail or a slizzard. Maybe even an overgrown wyvern.
The scout ran into some elves and scurried away. That's how that story begins and ends.
Triss is looking considerably more refined than she did in the last game. Been a good month for her, apparently.
The unlucky assassin? How did the autopsy go?
It was a nightmare.
Be the one we killed at
In
the end of the
months
last
since we
game.
killed him, the king's medics poked around in his corpse like a bunch of amateurs. What arrived in that cart? Well, I wouldn't even call it a corpse.
Foltest has some trust issues. Did you learn anything?
His pupil suggested he could probably see in the dark as well as you. I couldn't put an age on him.
The killer snuck past all the guards and nearly killed Foltest and me a month ago. And now you tell me he was a witcher?
Possibly. I'm just saying what the autopsy showed. I haven't told anyone, nor do I plan to. I know what it could do to you if it got out. You might be a savior, a king's witcher now, but masters can be as fickle as the colts they ride.
True enough. Especially when they're kings. Rock and roll time.
Time to look to the lustful king and his stupid war.
I'll join you later.
This will be the same lustful king who had a penchant for spending time in his sister's bed way back. Cash! Welcome to the Prologue of The Witcher 2. This section of the game will introduce you to the story and game world and help you familiarise yourself with the basic gameplay mechanisms. Exciting journey. Nice. Curtains open and suddenly the noise comes in. I don't think those curtains were blocking the sound that effectively. Unless maybe Triss had something to do with it, which is possible. So do I have anything interesting going on here? Raven's armor, nice. That's +3. +3. Oh no, wait. 7, 2. Okay, Raven's armor it is. I was wondering what might come over from the previous save, and apparently some of it has. Quite cool. There's that one, which is not as good. Less vitality, resistance to poison and bleeding, and lower, but it also gives me resistance to incineration, and... but I'm not quite sure what the bleeding thing is on the bottom of that one. Possibly more likely to inflict it. Mage's trousers. No defense. Heliotrope sign duration. What a heliotrope sign is. Damage bonus on signs versus resistance to incineration. I think we're the mage trousers. Could have the shitty leather jacket which you get to start with, but why would I do that when I've got better available? Any good swords available? So my common rune steel is 10 to 12, chance of an instant kill. This one is 9 to 13, chance of an instant kill. Consistently higher damage. So I guess it's the one we're going to go for. Don't get the damage reduction on block. Or the bleeding, though. Yeah, let's go for that. And Arandite is the silver sword we also picked up in the last game, which is slightly better than the one I've got. Only marginally, but a little bit. We're going to have that. Ready with the upgrades. A load of stuff I'm not really sure what to do with right now. Potions. Random trap. Got a bomb as well. 5 bombs. Probably not going to use them that much because I tend not to, but... Cool. Upgraded already. Nice. See you then. Thank you very much for the new sub. Welcome. Trying to get a decent look at the swords here. Graphics have massively improved and the swords vary and actually look somewhat better. Quite cool. So we can do this as well. Use the medallion to highlight things in the immediate environment. Some herbs. Still a bit whippy, but it'll be okay.
Word is, way up north, there's a tribe of wild men who go into battle stark naked. Where does you love your trout?
Can I turn the mouse sensitivity down any? I cannot. I have to do it outside the game, we'll see.
I don't want to die on a bed.
Yeah, let's just tweak this a little moment, shall we? Try that. Drop the DPI even further and see if that actually helps. Make the menus a bit of a pain to navigate. Yeah, seems alright. It's a little bit less jerky. Oops.
Witcher, sir, I have a question for you.
Huh. Somebody wants to ask me something, huh? I need to find a better button for that, because using the amulet to detect things is on Z, and it's... don't really like that. It's underneath my palm. It's not very practical.
Any advice from a veteran? You deaf? I just know I'm gonna die. Hear that? I don't want to
Going up here, anything?
That quacks to operate on bank wire.
Not a lot, apparently. Right, so we got some dudes who want to talk to us, apparently.
That's what we know each other.
Don't recognize your old mates. We're the reavers.
I lost my memory.
As did Boholt. After the hunt for the Golden Dragon, he took a spill and hit his head on a rock.
I recognise
He
that
can
name
still
from
be
the
a
series
beast in
and the
battle.
books, but...
Besides that, he don't do much save eating shit. Rarely even lusts after women.
I doubt that's amnesia.
I'm Kenneth, and this one here they call Desperate, and this is New Boy. He's apprenticing with us, like. I haven't had much luck with the monsters of late, so we enlisted. Now New Boy's gotten himself into this wager situation. Would you help us for old time's sake?
Imaginative
we all
name,
got a
New
little
Boy.
riled. But those are bygones, as I see it.
We'd have set you free. The sorceress, too. Boholt was just fooling about the raping and all.
What?
What rape?
Shut your trap, Desperate. The Witcher don't remember. Waste of words to remind him.
Bit
We're old
like
mates,
now.
That's that.
So you'd have raped this old mate?
Just the sorceress.
Oh yeah,
We
just.
were there to kill the dragon. The sorceress too. The peasants wanted at it, everyone did. But there was only one prize, and we argued. There was some commotion, a regular rumble, in fact. We tied you up like hogs, meaning you and the sorceress, and went after the beast. But the dragon thrashed us so hard, we spent the next half-year licking our wounds. And you done freed yourselves of the bonds.
Who was the sorceress?
Raven
Who
Air
indeed?
Remember her name, Desperate?
Conifer or some such. So, willing to help some
Yeah.
old friends, Witcher?
I'm tempted to tell them to stuff it, given what they've just told me, but the armor seems to have taken an upgrade compared to how it looked in the last game as well.
What kind of trouble are you in now?
It's a matter of life, death, and quite a bit of coin in point of fact. New boy bet tonight that he'll survive the assault in his shirt and knickers alone. He took a bit by then, I admit, but a wager's a wager. Our honor's at stake.
A soldier's honor versus a knight's. I think I get it.
The very core of the matter, Witcher. We're slated to go in the first wave. So the going's
These guys' armor isn't going to do much, is it?
He's brave, but he can't survive by courage alone. In any case, we've come into this bauble that's supposed to protect him, magically like. You mind casting an expert's glance at it, seeing as sorcery and such is not strange to you?
Let me see this bauble.
His eyes look way better in this as well.
Wolf medallion, I saw it shake.
It reacts to magic.
So it's true, what the priest said. Hear that, new boy? You'll be safe. We'll fleece that night, we will.
Guess. Where did you get it?
Where did you get this talisman?
We came by it, let's say.
Yeah.
We were on patrol, see, and ran into a couple of novice priestesses praying at this shrine. Nice, smiling and all.
We don't wanted to take them two on patrol. But
I bet.
Shut it! Boalt had one of his rare moments of clairvoyance. Went rummaging in the shrine and found the amulet.
who knows what goes on in that head of his? But every now and then he wakes up as good old Boalt.
Aye, he still cuts them down with a single wallop. In any case, we took the amulet and went off to find the rest of the patrol. Oh, the wonders we saw. First ran into some squirrels, vicious ones, arrows flying everywhere, but we came through untouched. Barely 3 of the others still standing when a dragon swooped down, the elves fell to their knees, and we all legged it. The amulet's magic for certain.
Though it failed to protect the
So he
shrine from
says.
your patrolling.
Aye, true. Well, now we don't know what to think.
Seems to bring trouble. Could help you. Infused with magic, we don't know what kind. Well, they went and caused trouble at the shrine, and then they got and took the amulet, and then they got jumped by a dragon and a bunch of Skeletal. So, assuming they're telling the truth, so yeah, trouble does seem to be about right.
Who knows? Maybe the amulet is unlucky. Maybe it draws trouble. I doubt you left the shrine untouched. Then the Scoia'tael, the dragon.
I told you as much. We need to get the boy some plate.
Wait a minute. We owe the Witcher.
Sell some plate, given what you're
We're
wearing.
broke as shit peddlers.
Fancy the amulet, Witcher. It might draw trouble, be cursed in some way, but you might lift the curse. Sell it off.
Alright, let's take it.
I'll take it.
It's all yours.
Witcher, you available for normal business still? Willing to hunt monsters?
Yeah, boy.
I'm willing. Why do you ask?
Well, 'cause we were out with those scouts that saw the dragon. No one believes us, but
The sound in the assembly. That's us. But we'll find you after the battle, Witcher.
Wait.
Farewell.
We'll see. What's this amulet thing? New Boy's Talisman. Minus 10 armor. Supposedly powerful trinket capable of protecting its owner, except that it reduces your armor by 10%. I don't think we'll equip that.
Overwhelming force. That's what we are. They're getting what they deserve.
Yeah, not a good day for those guys. Oops. Nothing good here.
Trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Must be shitting themselves on the walls. Laugh all you like.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Slipping on that shite.
A heap of imbeciles! You're compost, not soldiers! Keep at it and none of you will see her!
I'm a soldier. It's my daily bread.
Ooh,
Surprised to see you here, though.
definitely worth having a little hunt around. A whole load of crafting materials. Some of that for sure.
Move those feet! This is the army, not the barnyard! On the double! Move it! Now!
Few useful bits and pieces there. Right, let's go and meet Foltest. Catch you later, dear Eddie. Have a good night, or afternoon, or day, whatever. Good shift.
You sightseeing?
Delete as appropriate.
The king awaits you by the siege tower.
Does he now?
A beautiful day for battle. Fear not, Excellency. We're out of range of their arbalists.
I am no warrior, sire. I must admit, I prefer to joust verbally or with a pen, the emissary of peace that I am.
Here we go.
Finally. Traitors of the realm boil tar on the walls while you dally with the royal advisor.
How may I assist you, sire?
We mount an assault
Yeah,
today,
you see him, okay.
and you'll be at my side. Follow me, gentlemen. Let's not keep the traitors waiting.
A Nilfgaardian, as I understand it. That was close.
Sire, you said we were out of range.
That was a ballista, Excellency. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away. A deadly and very costly weapon.
Only if it hits something.
The crew can cock and release 2 bolts each minute. Yet it has one flaw.
Your Grace, please take cover.
The recoil of the arms is so strong upon firing that the weapon shifts.
There we go.
It simply cannot hit the same spot twice.
I
Not
had
if you
no
fire it
idea
quickly,
Your
but-
Grace was a learned military engineer.
I'm not. I gave the Baroness those ballistae 2 years ago for her birthday.
Oh, thoughtful gifts. Giant fuck-off crossbow.
What say you, Excellency, of men who live in spite of such wounds?
And what say you, Your Grace, of soldiers who inflict them?
Those who did this live no more.
He had a bit of a rough time, didn't he?
Master Geralt, I wish to converse with you once the storm of battle has subsided.
Forgive me, Excellency, but I plan to leave the royal court as soon as possible.
Might I know why?
Too often they take me for someone I'm not.
What do they
The
call
hair's
you?
juddering a bit, which it wasn't doing earlier.
You served with me at Brenneran during our foray into the Pontar Valley. Norman Sailor. Still an arbalist?
Yes, sir. Fight has not been kind to me.
Ha! Norman Sador, for your years of faithful service to the crown, I appoint you Decurion of the Arbalists. Onwards,
That's some
gentlemen.
promotion.
No reason to dawdle.
So here we go. The trebuchets, a few field tents out there. Some hastily erected fortifications. Very bright sunlight.
Forgive my candor, Your Majesty, but I must ask, what fate awaits the royal bastards when...
They're my children. If I hear bastard one more time, someone will die. Painfully.
Your Grace, forgive me. But the laws of succession are irrefutably clear.
Piss on the laws. I'll change them if need be. Above all, I'll not allow a band of treacherous barons to use my children as their banner.
Your Majesty is entirely within his rights.
Thanks to Geralt of Rivia, my daughter Ada is alive, and is now the wife of Radovid of Redania.
I see.
I fear you do not, Excellency. The midget king merely awaits my demise.
I am certain King Radovid of Redania wishes Your Majesty a long and healthy life.
That wasn't even amusing, Excellency. The old families will never accept a Redanian on my throne. Ada will have to content herself with Redania.
I understand. The issue of succession remains unresolved. Your Grace, is your permission to enter?
You have it. Black Ones in my camp before a battle. What has the world come to? Nothing would make me happier than returning his shriveled head to Emir in a sack. But Triss
Yes,
Merigold
Guardian,
insisted I be
indeed.
patient and courteous. How was I?
Patient and courteous? Well, maybe not quite, but on the other hand, I can kind of understand where he's coming from, and I think others might as well. He'd also behaved kind of like a grouchy king, so... Yeah. I was also going to do a quick thing, wasn't I? Checks. Yeah, every bloody time. Check my frame rates and stuff, because I feel like it's not running quite as smoothly as it was when I tested it, which is probably to be expected, really. Oh, yeah, it's not.
I couldn't have handled it better myself.
I always knew you were one of us. And bugger what folks say. They talked about Ada no end. Have you learned anything about the assassin?
I don't think he needs to know about the possibility of him being a witcher. Seems unwise.
A month's passed and we don't know any more than we knew when we began. This investigation's going nowhere.
My agents have learned little also. But we'll find the culprits. It's just a question of time. Now, for the battle. I want you at my side. Then you may go where you please.
Thank you, sire.
Where are you aiming, imbeciles? Soldier! Spyglass!
Yeah, frame rates in these cutscenes are a bit weird. Sitting at like 30-something
What is
now.
going on up there? The gods count at you, very! Catch, Witcher! Aim for the
Trousers
road
and
with
the
red
rest of the
plume.
outfit don't quite match.
6 months ago, he swore eternal friendship to me. Quickly! How much higher?
See if I can actually get this to land well this time.
Three degrees.
Fortunately, I don't think that's avoidable.
We hit the bastard.
He ducked.
I did that a couple of times in testing and got the same result, even though I keep aiming lower each time until it goes exactly the same place. So. And he always says 3 degrees, so... Excuse me. Go take a little ride in a siege tower.
You know, Witcher, I'm prepared to forgive Louisa. All she need do is to kneel before her king.
Very noble of you.
Oh.
Are you mocking me? Never mind. I'm certain Louisa will realize her mistakes. Besides, children should have a mother.
I'm lost.
It's quite simple. Louisa and I had a bit of a tiff. She made demands I could not fulfill. Understand?
Assume that would be marry her and legitimize her children.
He intervened, all noble, all sympathetic. They claimed the evil king would take her children, but they would protect them, even place them on the throne. And the Baroness was duped, a motherly love used. In truth, they desire privileges that would weaken the throne.
That's a swiving soldier's life. Taking orders, smash your foe. Going and country there, your wife. And a long road at your toe.
Dude should probably not give up the day job. Need some thicker sidings on this, I think. Or it's angled to deflect stuff a little better. Look.
Where the hell are we headed? What the fuck do we want? Victory! This I like! Eyes on the bridge! We're nearly there! Weapons at the ready!
There we go.
That tower was ridiculous.
It was designed to break the rebels' morale.
A bunch of lords and lordlings took a ride to then pompously stride on top of the walls, while the real army fought and died below them in the shit and piss-filled streets.
If years of service have taught me anything, it's that the Highborn don the best costumes and get the best vantage points, whether at a ball or in battle. But it's not the time for that kind of jousting, Witcher. Continue your story.
Well, if they're in command, they kind of want a decent view of the battlefield so they can give you, I don't know, actually informed orders, you'd hope.
Things went relatively smoothly after we came out of that tower.
Relatively.
We ran into Aryan Lavalette.
Do you actually seem to have changed my outfit? Bonk. Clobbering time! Hope I don't have to change my clothes again. Like the hat, the hood. I guess I do need to change my clothes again. Of course I do. Better. Take out the bad guys.
Take no prisoners.
All bar two. That's not too bad.
Lord Suxon, you shall push for the center aisle and bring down that gate.
It's a good day to kill, Your Majesty. Follow me, gentlemen.
Bit of a nutter, that guy.
Lord Swan, you and your men shall follow me. We must capture or otherwise deal with Aryan Lavalette in order to break the defenders' morale.
Yes, Your Grace.
Geralt, gentlemen, follow me for the glory.
Yes, I don't really think there's a great deal of glory in this one, but okay.
Fall back, goddamn
Not much glory if we get shot by floating arrows.
Imbeciles, hear me! They've taken a good position, the bastards.
Bastards and their good strategy.
If this persists, they'll pick us off like ducks, and I'm no duck. Any ideas?
Yeah, get some slightly better lines. Yeah, Ballista should do the trick. Right, this is probably a good point to pause it, seeing as my shopping's arrived. So, grab yourselves a drink or something if you want to, folks. I will be back in just a moment. BRB. That bun. Hello, hello. Right. Insert bot on go slow. Well, I did intend to have it, you know, not be too frequent. Rather not look over and see just insult bot and nothing else in the chat. But as to how effective that actual effort was, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So sorry about the slight delay. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, my shopping just arrived. So, I said earlier, it was tonight or tomorrow morning, and Saturday morning is a crap time to ask somebody to pick your shopping for you. So, here we are. Anywho, right, let's go and capture a ballista, shall we? As Foltest gets his arse out the way. Sword stayed correct, but the... ooh, hello. Short sword. Okay, that's not particularly good. And we're down. Oh, right. Let's get straight on to using some signs. Wasn't too bad. I got a little bit of that damage on me there, but not too much. Off to a good start so far. There's my health back. Right. Casting signs. Yes, I'm aware of how to do this. I also changed a load of the controls because they were awful. Now then. Yep, seems a bunch of these guys can come this way. Carefully cut these guys down, because combat looks hack and slashy in this one, but it's a lot more tactical than it used to be, and yeah, Geralt can get overwhelmed very, very quickly. But signs seem to be a bit more useful than they were in the last game. When it comes to using potions, you can't do it in combat either now. You have to do it before you enter combat while you're meditating. Let's take this guy's will away from him. Also went block. Although I still take some damage at this stage. Get in there and help me out, you. Yeah, the biggest issue I'm having right now is engagement distance. Got him. Yeah, judging the engagement distance can be a bit awkward. Sometimes Geralt will cover the ground just fine for you. Sometimes he just won't, which is, you know, potentially problematic. Let's worry about looting in a minute, I think. First, we'll get on this ballista. Click, 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 click. Fortunately, we got company.
Kill the Witcher!
Ow! Got smacked there. Try that again, shall we? Got him. Splash. Those finishing moves are quite fun. Kill the attacking foes, aim the ballista at the barricade. Get our aim right. Last time we didn't do so well, so hopefully Geralt will actually hit his target this time.
Stand your ground!
F you. Good. Ah, got tagged a little bit there. Gonna run around a bit, do a bit of looting now, and give my health a chance to regen. Actually, I know what's coming up in a minute. How doing, Torment? Am I going to play Fallout 4 again? I'll probably play it one day eventually, but I don't have any particular plans at the moment. Not how it works, they don't spin. As for doing builds, again, I will probably end up doing some next time I play it, but when that might be, I don't know. I finally picked it up on PC again, though, so it's like an actual streaming possibility again now. But it probably won't be for quite a while, because there's still quite a lot of stuff I've got lined up to play later this year, and then obviously Starfield next year. That's the next big thing. And we'll see if there's a slot sometime on down the line after that I can fit it in, if it happens to take my fancy at the time. Geralt. Look like I'm getting a lot to pick up right now. These dead dudes drop out. Ooh, there's a place of power there apparently. Nice. Sure quite what that does. Something up top there. It's just a bit non-specific, that. Is there anything on here about places of power? No, not really. Yeah, these guys drop anything? When I ran through this in practice, I had a bit more luck. Oh well, what can you do? It's all good. Oh, somebody shot me. Probably that guy.
Kill the Witcher! Kill the Witcher!
Not likely. Let's go out there with the ballista. He's staring at the paintwork apparently. And the brickwork. We got them all. No worries, someone. Yeah. Played The Witcher 1 end of last year, start of this year. That sort of winter period, so seemed like a good time to follow this one up. It fits it, or follow up with this one. It fits in nicely with everything else I'm doing, so fitting the gap quite nicely. Yo, Gerald. Well, hopefully I'll be able to flog this stack of short swords I'm picking up. Oh dear, Foltest is getting himself into trouble again, is he? Bad time to be that guy. Apparently there's some more dudes up here that we can go after. It's poorly timed. Missed him with my sign there as well. Maybe a little bit of damage. It's extra experience, so that's always a win. Ooh, and more stuff to loot. Anything good? Cash, that's better. Some armor enhancements. Let's have a look into that. It's the only thing, so we'll drop that on there for now. Have a little armor boost. +1, but take it. Nope, Foltest got himself into trouble again. Like a genius, King just runs right in the middle of battle. Turns his back on his enemy.
The door! Smash the door! Axeman!
Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Apparently Foltest, he's definitely got Farquaad vibes. Let's get Axie on the go here. This is not going quite so well right now. No, I got tanned by something. See, this is where it's a bit problematic, because nobody swung for me there. Nobody I saw, anyway. Mind you, I wasn't looking that closely, so there's that. Am I going to have to work my way all the way back up from the bloody ballista again? I probably am, aren't I? No, that's alright. The targeting's not great. See, that's not the guy I wanted to target, or had targeted either. Come on, get out of there. Seems to really struggle with whether or not he's going to close the distance. Sometimes he will, sometimes he just won't. Kind of a bit jank. Better than the last game in some ways, but definitely still janky in others. Yeah, let me back down the ladder. Let me back down the ladder! There's something down there that I want. I mean, I probably want it. I don't know what it is, but... Ooh, yes, I definitely do want that. Encrusted silver ring, just junk. Upgrade my armor even further. I'm definitely happy to do that. I do wish it kind of was reflected on the armor, but... Can't have everything. Time to attack the tower! Oh dear.
Desist! Or
dogs you are!
Aryan Lavalette. This will be no easy task. Surrender, Aryan! You'll be treated with honor!
Go plow yourself, King!
Well then, I guess he has to die.
Arrows! Come on, men! For Temeria!
They're well shielded.
You got a better idea?
I'll try to get inside. It shouldn't be hard if the archers provide cover.
Sneak up behind him and stick my sword up his arse.
Heir to these lands. He's hot-tempered but good with a sword. Be careful.
I'll try to reason with him.
Cover the Witcher!
Covering with what? Right, so I have to go with the training section first. Till I get to level 6 and then I can start speccing into other stuff. I would like to pick something other than that, but I could go health, bigger regeneration, or throw daggers, which is kind of useless really, so... Bigger regeneration, that's going to give me the ability to use more powers and stuff, although it's only outside of combat, so... The other side... Ooh, that was not good. This guy's skewered, quick.
Down with Foltest! The birds!
Tiny little bit outnumbered here, but it's going okay because these guys are a bit slow. Whew. Thought for a minute I was in trouble. Don't like me curvy single-sided blade. Some weird falchion type thing going on. But it's the best of what I've got right now, so... Right, onward. I think I just... yeah, but I chopped his arm off. It looks like he's had it cut off with a lightsaber, but... you know. Having a scaffolding on the outside that your enemies can just run up and get to the top of the tower with is really poor defensive design, really. Not a good plan at all. Drop a quick save. Last time I did this, I stopped, meditated and used potions just to test things out. But I didn't really need them, so we'll see how it goes this time without that.
Famed Geralt of Rivia. You've fallen low, Witcher.
Hello, bitch boy.
Word has it you're one of the best swordsmen in the north. Time to test that rumor.
Enough slaughter. Surrender and Foltest will treat you and your men with honor.
And what guarantee is there that he'll not cut us down to the last?
I mean, he'll still string you up like a
Foltest defiled
dead chicken.
my mother. Now he colludes with Nilfgaard.
The king leads an army. You have but a few brave men in your honor. In a minute you may lose even those. Choose.
Hear that, men? The king sends a Witcher and we are to surrender, forgetting the very nature of honor and pride. We must choose. Shame or a Witcher's sword. Is that how you would live? Will you bow your heads before Foltest?
He's your king.
Never! You heard them, Witcher.
And as for the defiling his mother part, I'm fairly confident that the Baroness was down for that at the time. Not that she'd tell her son, I suppose, but... Right, let's duel him, shall we?
This is between us.
So be it. Stand back, men! My nanny told me stories about you when I couldn't sleep. I especially liked the one of Renfrey and her rogues. As I grew, I dreamed of facing you one day.
There's a bit more context now. I've read the first book and watched the first couple of series, so...
He's mine!
That's not going to work. Oh, I've got the wrong fucking sign on. I want my hard on, don't I? Need to be an hard bastard. I'm over here, dickhead. Okay, he's found me. That didn't really work. See, sometimes he'll close the distance, sometimes he won't. Finding a little bit frustrating. Also, I can't sprint. I press shift and he walks. Well, he was easy to kill. Even easier than it was last time. Ooh. Yeah. Objection. Steel plate, swords do not go through. Now, like, through the gaps, maybe. In his face or his neck, yeah. Not through the solid steel chest plate. I win! Welcome back now.
The successor of one of Temeria's oldest families perished at the hands of a monster slayer. A sign of the times, I suppose.
You mourn Aryan?
No. He was one of a dying breed. And he was a traitor.
Exactly. What ultimately happened to the dragon?
While I remember, what happened to the dragon?
It destroyed half the castle. Killed hordes of soldiers and flew off.
Where?
In the general direction of Eden.
To think it almost killed us all.
Yep. This looking better than ever.
Aryan Lavalet has surrendered the castle. Open the gate.
He didn't really have much say in it, to be honest.
Open now. Kneel before your king and I shall show you mercy.
Looks like we're stuck.
Indeed, and my magic's no
Change
good.
my armor again.
The main force down in those boats is going to beat us to town.
Why's the magic no good here?
Back to the tent. The camp will be nice and empty now. I've had enough for today.
Tempting. Look, the King's special forces.
What of the Baron?
You really had to kill him.
Yep. Bloosh. Guy just wanted to take a little swim.
No other way sometimes. Sire.
Vernon Roach. Tell me, Roach.
There's fighting in the town. A section of our forces crossed the river in fishing boats and swarmed the streets, burning, raping, pillaging. The Lavalettes are
Nice
making a stand
Viander.
near the temple.
What of the Baroness?
Alive and safely tucked away.
Unsoiled, I hope.
As you ordered, sire. She's fine. And beautiful as ever. The children were not with her.
But you know where they are.
In the monastery. But we've yet to penetrate that area.
Ding, 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 ding.
Cross, quickly.
Here comes trouble.
Take the king!
It's gonna sting.
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
Feel like I'm back in Skyrim again.
Run for the hoarding! I'd give my leg for a heavy crossbow right now.
It's a dragon! I can't believe it!
Marigold, stop admiring it and do something!
It's not that simple!
Before the brute turns my army to cinders!
Witcher,
I appear to be on fire. That's not good.
You don't. You run.
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
You might stand a chance.
Is it true you witches don't hunt dragons? This one doesn't seem to know that.
Do you want me to go over and tell him?
No idea. You know the
Gate!
monster.
They're at the gate! At the... Blasphemers!
Get a little bit of backup, shall we? No, I was a bit late, I guess. I'm dead now. The good old arrow to the knee. Or in this case, I think I got set on fire by a dragon, but, you know.
Dragon! Take cover! To the hoardings!
protect the king! Run for the
It's a dragon. I can't believe it.
Kind of tempted to let Foltest do the work himself because I keep getting set on fire.
Before the brute turns my army to cinder!
Witcher, how do you fight something like that?
You don't. You run.
Some professional you are.
We've got to get to the town. We might stand a chance there.
Is it true you witches don't hunt dragons? This one doesn't seem to know that.
You want me to go over and tell it?
Dragons! Take cover! To the hoarding!
That went okay. Apart from the fact that I'm now very, very nearly dead, and I'm not quite sure what the hell to do about that. Well, that kind of works. Got a nice effective key there, Triss, hasn't she? Oh yeah, I was going to get my armor back out again because apparently I have to do that. Well, I would go, but I'm a little bit stuck back here. Also, pressing the appropriate sprint button actually makes me go slower, not faster.
The bridge is burning! Quickly, this way!
It's like the Argos of game controls. Everybody else says this is how it should be done. They said, no! Oh dear. Looks like they managed to piss it off.
Plowing dragon nearly reversed the course of the battle.
The fighting should have scared it off.
Forget the dragon. I need to hear how this story ends.
Monastery.
You were at my side almost all the time after the bridge collapsed.
Almost. Tell me how you got into the monastery courtyard.
Yo. Oh look, I'm back in my shit armor again.
And they said we couldn't get near the walls. Half a day and the town is taken.
Report! Fighting for the castle continues, and a group of rebels have barricaded themselves inside the monastery.
What of my children?
Likely in the church as well, sire. Fen took a priest to task. Finally mumbled something about a passage neath the walls.
It would take a week to get a battering ram in here.
Axes, sire?
That will also take time. But what other course do we have? This priest. What of him? What of this passage?
I fainted before I could really get going on him. He's under guard below.
You've some work to do, Commander.
Yes, sire. Silas, you look to this door. Fen, come with me.
Witcher.
Your Grace.
Well, a priest's in for a bad day then, isn't he?
Your abilities. Vernon can be persuasive, but he's also hot-tempered. At times losing both his self-control and his subject. You must
Not
try
very
to find
effective,
this
then.
other passage on your own. Succeed, and you'll be the envy of all Vizima.
Soldiers loyal to the Lavalettes would never harm the Baroness's children.
I shall be reassured as to that when I see them, not before. We must act quickly.
Maybe.
The rebels are dispersed, in disarray. As dim-witted as they are, I fear they could conclude the children would make good hostages.
Maybe Roach will get something out of this priest. It's a relatively large town. I could use a hint.
I'm counting on him. But time is of the essence. Please explore the area. We seek a tunnel or something similar. Beware of traps. They may have planted some. You're best suited to this. My men lack your skills.
All right.
Off we go then.
I'm relying on you, Witcher.
Where are those axes? Move your asses!
All right then. Huh. Upgrades have disappeared. And they're not on the armour anymore either. That's slightly annoying. Not the end of the world, but slightly annoying. Right then. Try and find our way into this monastery then. Definitely has a similar vibe to the last game does, but improved. Chicken. Oh, cool. A bit of looting, why not? Ooh, 46. Nice, that's a decent haul. Basically, if it ain't nailed down, that's locked.
Would you release us, soldier, sir?
Shut it.
We're innocent.
The king will decide your fate.
Yeah, they do seem like a fairly innocent bunch of townspeople.
So many men will die, all because of one bitch.
I've always been the king's loyal subject.
Well, there's a bit more to it than that. Primitive necklace. I wonder what that is. Jump.
They're at our mercy.
Son shall answer for treason.
What treason, my lord?
We're simple folk and know nothing.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit odd to accuse random citizens of treason when it's the nobility that are the problem here. Of course, that's exactly the way people behave. I think I missed something in there. Did. Only 2 Aryans though. Barely worth it, but... Oops.
Would you release us, soldier, sir?
Shut it.
We're innocent.
The king will decide your fate.
Whole bunch of crafting materials. Nice.
I was just following orders.
Yes. Somehow I don't think that's going to fly. Stay now.
God help us!
Seems to be the way these things go.
To pay your war tax. Gold and silver on the table.
These people are unarmed.
This is not your concern. Get lost.
I see. So, I guess they're not following orders then. Well, they can fuck off or they can get skewered.
Get out of here now, or you'll leave when I feed your corpses to the stray dogs.
This one's got murder in his eyes.
Let's go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Be careful. You may not be so lucky next time.
We'll be generous
Find a
here.
place to hide.
I must find my wife first. They herded her away with others like cattle.
Good luck.
Probably just round the corner. The other hand, I might not charge him, but if he's going to leave some useful stuff lying around, I might just help myself. In here. Burglarise his neighbour's place while we're here. Or maybe I won't. Neighbour's got nothing to take. Any goodies in here? No. Well, probably actually, given that the door's locked, but you know. Celandine, Celandine. The amount of that we gathered last time. Ooh. Talk to the commander.
Faster! You've no business here.
I beg to differ.
Leave them alone. They're innocent.
Innocent? They're with the Lavalettes. Weeds that need to be ripped out with their roots so they won't grow back again. Treason spreads like the plague. No one will leave here alive. And
Who's nuts then?
Stay out of this.
won't stand by while you murder innocents.
So, what'll you do?
But I'd gut you.
I was not after your blood. I have witnesses.
Yeah, they're not going to help you much. Coming out of your little corner. Sometimes you close the distance, sometimes you just stand there and go, like, what the fuck, Geralt? Can you use that sword or not?
Unblock the door!
Yeah, you do that.
Explain to them why the Witcher kicked your ass while you're at it.
Or touch a single woman, you sons of bitches, and the king will hear of it.
Well, we saved a few of the locals. Anything in there? No. I can imagine the King's paying Geralt particularly well for his services doing all of this, so... On some useful stuff. It's very much better during regular gameplay, rather even if it does dip a bit during cutscenes. Getting there. Sounds like somebody's having a bad time. Oh, maybe they're just standing there.
You're free.
Thank you, my lord.
Find a place to hide until this madness ends.
But where?
One of you's probably got a basement. Go hide in that. Lock the door with very heavy stuff. But first I'm going to take everything you've left in here and not nailed down.
They've taken all from us, save our lives.
I took everything else because, apart from your lives, because, you know, no reason you've got those. At least that's why I don't feel guilty. I'm not going to ask them to pay me. Just help myself to the contents of the cupboard, that's all. Daggers and quilted leather jacket. I'm guessing it's probably quite crap. Yes. Yeah, other weapons. Nothing worth having. I think I picked anything else up in there, but doesn't hurt to double check. Oh dear. One of the shield-wielding soldiers on our side. Somehow I got knocked to my ass in midair there. Alright. Yeah, and sometimes he jumps, sometimes he won't. Sometimes he'll take a step forward, sometimes he won't. Okay. Well, we made some progress anyway. Oh, I thought there was a bag of stuff. His orders are picked up. Fine. Orders are picked up. Ooh. More wolfsbane. Right. Notes. Books? Orders, okay. The unit commanders, all forces fall back immediately and defend the routes leading to the temple. Those positions must be held at all costs. To the tyrant. Cash out of here. And then here. Robust cloth. What kind of cloth is that then? Denim? That's a fairly robust cloth. Cash is in the drawers, but the money's in the worthless stuff. It basically is in the secure trunk, theoretically secure trunk. I mean, I suppose that's going to hide it a bit more effectively, but it's not what you expect. But you right, sir? More doors and we'll be good to go. Pick this town clean first. From what I understand, did a little bit of research. Cash is not that easy to come by in this game, relatively. So, making sure I stock up is probably not a terrible plan while I've got the opportunity. As much as possible. Mind you, I guess that does depend on people's spending habits to a certain extent. But who knows? If I'm a bit more circumspect about the cash I spend, I might do better.
Block the passage, quick!
Doesn't seem like it's a very effective way of blocking it. Find another way to enter the back alley. Apparently that's where I need to go. Ooh, herbs. Get in there. Like there. So I can't go that way. Fortunately, I do know where I need to go. I ran through this earlier.
What shall we do now?
It's quite a long way away. All the way back down here, whether we're going in this lot.
What treason, my lord?
We're simple folk and know nothing of politics.
Love and let lost, so you whimper like dogs. What will you do with us? The king will decide.
Doorway and open here. I can't remember if I checked this place or not. I did not, apparently. Not that having a look around the inside helps very much, because it all looks the same, but... It was 2011 this came out. Right sign might be a bit more useful. Right button might help. Oh, time of it. Locked. Oh! Let's get a little backup, shall we? Life a bit easier. You get one of them and do some of the work for you. Didn't think it was going to let me in for a minute, though. Cash. Crafting materials. Nope. There's the alleyway they closed off last time. It's locked. And the one place left to go, a conveniently busted well with a ladder inside it. Down we go. Also save there. You're in a dark space. Enhance your vision by drinking the cat potion. So we go into meditation mode. Ooh, I've got another level grab as well. Do that before I drink the potion. So we got unlocks the ability to parry blows from all directions, useful, or extra health, parry. Oh, I haven't got the talents yet. Okay, fair enough, never mind. I misinterpreted this. I also wanted to... So I've got these, and I lost them again. Every time we get to a new scene, I have to drop these back in again. In case I'm actually going to use them, but kind of forget, so... Right. Let's get that meditation on the go and get the cat potion used. I've got 2 cat potions. Must have found one somewhere. Oh, no. I don't want to do that. Cool. Now we can see in the dark. Slightly more effectively than the potion worked in the last game. Okay. Oh, somebody's down there. Silver sword time, because we got drowners. Kind of changes the look of things when you got the cat potion up a bit. Damn monster, says the guy who makes his living hunting the darn things. Orange and drowner brains. I had a heck of a lot of them in the last game as well. There's a level. Fortunately, drowners aren't really too much trouble. So, let's grab this parrying ability then. More drowner brains. Extra cash is always welcome. An unfortunate end in the... Well, I suppose it's supposed to be a weird combination of dungeons and sewers, this, but... Not quite what I had in mind. Keep an eye on that. Make sure I got my Vigor back. That little orange bar in the top left corner. Dead end there, but always worth checking them. Could light the torch, but there's not a great deal of point when I've got the cat potion on, is there? Looked like a corpse. I was definitely sure there was... I think that was weird. Here's a corpse. Can I loot it? No, it's just somebody face down in the water. So I need to go right. Can I go left? No. Up we go. We're out of the sewers. Wet boots, I'm sure. Full of piss. Geralt's going to be a bit fragrant. Going to be sneaking up on anybody, is he? Sure why 3 Skytail need a boat each. There must be a whole bunch more of them. They must just be left behind to guard it. Right. Here comes trouble. Problem with fighting humans in with cat on is I can't really tell what sort of enemies I'm facing. I can't really judge their weapons too easily. Fortunately, it's going to wear off in a minute. Can't go through there, unfortunately. And there's the potion wearing off. The colour comes back, which is quite cool. It's a nicely done effect, that. Goodies we can. Lemon dust. That's everything I'm getting, isn't it? Did wonder if I could bust that open, seeing as there's like shimmering on it, as if you could. I guess it just suggests you'd interact with it, be told it's not openable. Cool effects in this game. There are some good ones, yeah. Trolls are a bit eh. Graphics are surprisingly good for the age of the game, I think. Hold up better than, I mean, not spectacularly, obviously, but better than you might expect. Oh, for crying out loud.
Death to the tyrant! Death to Foltest!
I'm not a tyrant, I'm a witcher. Wrong franchise, buddy. A tyrant's in Resident Evil. Well, kind of hard to argue with that. That's pretty much Foltest in a nutshell. Yep, we just stagger him, run around behind, hit him in the back. Definitely a good plan. Of course, Geralt's not as nimble as he could be. I don't think I wanted the orders. I'm sure I've read those, but... yeah. Basically exactly the same. White Myrtle. Goodies over here. Oh, something there. Quartinarius, apparently. Very big holes in the ground. A bundle of herbs. Skybox isn't bad. Matte painting or whatever it was called. Cast my memory back to names of such things. Right. On we jolly well go. Whole bunch of dudes in here.
Get to the tyrant! Get to Foltest!
Two very sluggish guards, can deal with them. Need a key for that, apparently. Cloth. And ring. Here we go then.
Onward! Attack!
See what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the big guy and get him on my side. I'm not daft.
They're traitors! Take no prisoners!
Alright. There's a keyboard shortcut for that, but the problem is you have to remember what each one does then. Shut it, Foltest. I have no plans of dying for your fucking country.
They're no knights. They're traitors. Take no prisoners. Blasphemers!
Got him. Whew. That was a little close. I did not have much health left after that. Put up a good fight, that fella. Gate guard's key and 3 orange. There we go. That's what I needed. Now, there was some shrubbery I could take advantage of here. Soldiers' orders, I don't want them. Let you in a minute, Foltest. Just mind me while I loot. Just an uncouth witcher who needs to get paid. Here's an annoying thing. Invisible wall on the edge of that. If I'd ended up there and not been able to jump down in a fight, that would have been very worrying. That sort of thing is good to know about. In case I wind up a certain river without a means of propulsion. I think there might be some stuff in this corner here. Yes, there is. Lost place I haven't checked. Right. I saw a door and needed a key to open. Now I've got a key. Now, one leather gauntlet. Ooh, this might be an upgrade. Not bad. Herbalist gloves give you 1 armor and reduction damage from magic, extended duration of blade oils, and number of additional alchemy ingredients. So I can gather more alchemy ingredients. These give me the same protection, but reduce less magic damage. But they give me a bit of bleeding resistance. I think I'll stick with the ones I've got, actually. And they match with funky trousers as well. Alright, so that's full testing. Without spoiling anything from the series, there's a really cool scene in... I think it's the first series? I think it's the first one. Where you see Foltest as a child with his sister Ada before they started... that. And you sort of see a little bit of the precursor in their childhood interactions to it, which is quite interestingly done. Only because you know what comes afterwards, but if you didn't know, then it would be... relatively normal childhood behaviour, but when you get the context of what came afterwards, it's a bit kind of...
the most titled witcher in the world. And the wealthiest.
I'll remind you of that when this is all over, sire.
See, Vernon? Geralt succeeded.
Lucky
yeah, boy.
he did. The priest was downright discourteous and went off to meet his gods.
I saw Scoia'tael on the river.
Guy's not a very good torturer, is he?
What colours did they wear?
Plough the elves. We'll tend to them later. The monastery awaits.
They're a bit fond of that word. Pretty distasteful at the best of times, but...
This puzzle is beginning to come together, Geralt. You're either telling the truth or weaving a very convincing lie.
Well, fucking there for half of it, you git.
Foltest bastards. The Solar. What happened?
But, yeah, I was going to say something that's completely freaking left my head now.
We might have arrived at the same time, if not for tales.
Pretty sure the room we're going to be in is not a solar at all.
The archpriest told the truth.
His Majesty King Foltest of Temeria.
Arthur Tales, erstwhile Count of Nesvelt. I signed your sentence.
Yes, yet the Baroness saw fit to pardon me. An awkward situation, to be sure.
Anais and Boosie, where are they?
The royal children.
Don't test my patience, Tales, and I'll grant you a quick death.
Confess, Foltest, before the gods and the people. Boosie and Anais are the fruit of your loins. Bow to the gods and admit the truth.
You may not have noticed, Tales, but I just took this town.
Aided by murderers, sorcerers, and a mutant for whom nothing is holy.
This is hallowed ground. You will not raise your hand against a servant of the gods.
I guess that Count is now living as a priest, is he?
Where have you taken the children?
The Solar. They're in the Solar.
Hex failed.
Blasphemy! Sorcerer's tricks!
And yet it did still seem to work. Shut up or slap him. I'm down for slapping him. Oh, right in the Johnson.
Unarmed and the noble gets slapped. A win-win situation, if ever I've seen one.
No offence to the king.
Damn, I've seen assaults go awry, but the dragon topples them all.
Tops?
Tops what?
Well, tops all.
Damn nonsense. Geralt, you should know. Is it possible to tame a dragon?
Not as far as I know.
They're a bit too sentient for that.
Let's hope Marigold got out of there.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah, Triss nearly got buried under an archway, didn't she?
Shut up, Roach.
It's possible that the dragon simply...
Another word from you and the dragon will not be your main concern.
Enough! Both of you!
To evade the dragon's attacks, press mouse 4 when it flashes on the screen. So that tells me there's a dragon coming, doesn't it?
The dragon's back!
Ooh, bad luck, Roach. Except we know he's alive, because he's... Ah, no, run away from the dragon! Run away from the dragon! Witchers don't hunt dragons, but they will stab them in the mouth with a silver sword, which I've now lost, which is problematic.
You saved my life again. Ask what you will of me, Witcher.
Although I seem to have reobtained it, so that's okay. I was a little worried I was going to lose it then.
I need to leave, sire. I'd like Triss Marigold to come with me, if she wants.
Are you blind? She's enamored with you. You may leave, but none shall stop you. You have my word.
Well, good. I mean, he certainly owes us a fair bit. Also a lot of cash and some titles, apparently.
Who goes there?
Foltest. I've come for my children. Geralt, wait here. You might scare them.
Everybody's a bigot.
Gods, my prayers are answered. Go, Boosie.
That's not my father.
But it is your king, boy.
Interesting comment. Has he been lied to and he believes the lies, or has Foltest been lied to? Or...
Bells, your triumph is complete. The city and fortress taken, sire. Time to thank the Forefather and the Mother Creatrix for this great victory.
A moment, blind man. I've not seen my children in 6 months. The gods can spare another minute.
And the kids are the ones that have been lied to, then.
Mother and I quarreled, but that is over. She was deceived. Evil men turned her against me. These men have been punished, and all will be well from now. No tears.
Yeah, of course it will.
One day you'll be king, and kings do not weep.
Armed men approach, sire. Children, go to the refectory.
My knights will soon be here. You must meet them, for one day you will rule them. Boosie, go wash your face. They must not see that you wept.
There's a bucket of water in the next room.
Nice. Help your brother.
Creepy looking blind monk.
Sire, let us pray.
They must look like the royal children they are.
Yeah, very much tanking in these cutscenes, but...
They have your eyes, sire.
Oh shit. Run, Geralt! Oh, shit. Yeah, I suppose that would be doable. I was wondering if the chainmail coif there might have made that a bit difficult, but it's a bit open at the front, so not a particularly snug fit, so he certainly could. Or he could have just stabbed. Poor kid. Oh, it's him again. Assassino. I like the sword, actually. Steel sword Geralt's got here. And the kind of leather-bound ricasso there is quite cool, isn't it? Mine one of them. Assume it's leather-bound. It could be cord, I suppose. Actually, it looks like it's cord wrapped around it of some kind. Yeah, that's a few too many crossbows, even for a Witcher. Ooh dear, though. This poses a certain problem for our good friend Geralt. It also explains his current predicament.
I suppose that's the extent of what you'll give me.
Does this mean I'm free?
Foltest, King of Temeria, has been murdered. Unfortunately,
Oh, I witnessed it.
You're the only suspect.
The murderer
Witness.
outsmarted you, so I'm to rot in this dungeon.
Oh, no danger of you rotting. You'll hang.
Convince them otherwise.
I have no influence over the court.
Not the murderer. Foltest talked about you. What's happening in the kingdom? Triss will vouch for me. Well, somehow I don't think Triss's word's going to go a whole long way, especially if she wasn't there. What's happening in the kingdom? Foltest talked about you. I'm not the murderer. Well, this appears to be the one that goes forward, because it's coloured differently to the rest. We'll work through the others and then we'll take that.
Foltest told me a lot about you.
If not for him, I'd be a drunk or a vagrant. Foltest did more for me than my father ever did. But then my father did exactly nothing, for I never even met him. In any case, I'll not rest until the murderer is punished.
Tell me how you serve, Vernon.
I carry out orders others are incapable of executing.
What's the situation in Temeria?
The Council of Regents has convened to restore order. That means three things. Utter chaos will prevail, Visima will run dry of wine and strong drink, and the local whores will make a killing.
Is Triss participating in the meetings?
Indeed. Only to find out that she's no longer needed.
How do you know?
It's my business to know.
They want to run a kingdom without a sorceress?
They already have a kingdom without a king. They'll use every opportunity to get rid of her.
Who will rule?
The chief contenders are Count Maravel and Baron Kimbold, who already tussle for control of Lavalette Castle.
What about Foltest's bastards?
Bit young.
The king's blood runs in their veins. So yes, they are entitled to the throne. Not some drooling nobles.
I go with Triss will vouch for me, but if they're trying to get rid of her already.
What if someone vouched for me?
You have a witness.
I was thinking of Triss.
Was she not your lover? Who knows? But it's common knowledge she is.
What happened to her?
Oh, she's fine. She's been invited to the next meeting of the Council of Regents.
Yeah, it would have been better to have that one above what's happening in the kingdom, really, but there we go.
For fuck's sake, you command the blue stripes. Do something. The real murderer is free, and he's further and further away with every hour you spend prancing around in here.
I find the killer monk story unconvincing.
I don't claim he was a monk. He was wearing a frock, though. He sailed off in a boat with some Skoyatel.
Would you recognize him?
No problem. A mountain of meat. Never seen anyone bigger.
Yeah, he did kind of stick out a bit, didn't he?
What would you do if you escaped?
Well, he seems to be a bit more convinced all of a sudden. Well, let's go with hunt down the killer, because that's what he wants to hear.
You know where to look for him?
Some Skoyatel helped him escape. That's where I'd start. I expect you might know this particular group of elves.
How'd you work that out?
They wore blue striped masks. Trophies, I expect.
Yorveth's commando. I know where to find them. We've a trail to follow after all.
Well, I somewhat sided with the Skoyatel last time, so...
This time. Get me some food.
Now that you mention it. Vess!
Michael, thank you very much for the new sub. Welcome.
Bring us food and drink.
Oh. Cute girl's back again. And she's gone again.
Shame you didn't think of that earlier.
It's your own fault, Geralt. Your fate is in your hands.
Everybody's insistent on talking about Geralt's fate, and he's just like, stop it. She's not very happy about being dismissed every 2 seconds, is she? Right, just what I want to see. Dude sat across the table from me while I've got no shirt on and he munched sausage. I'm getting flashbacks to fucking Game of Thrones here. Geralt's drinking sound was coming out my left ear, but he's on the right.
Vess is one of my best people.
How'd she wind up in the blue stripes?
I pulled her from the paws of the Skoyatel. Just 16 when they torched her village and slaughtered everyone. The unit commander took a liking and spared her.
Game of Thrones.
This file is about one Geralt of Rivia.
Scene where
And Foltest's death?
Xion gets
Geralt's death.
shortened by a few inches.
Details events from 5 years ago. Rivia. Population 1,234. In that, 253...
Ramsay actually was the one, but...
September the 25th, 1268.
Been Roos's castle.
A massacre ensues. Streets run with the blood of elves and dwarves. One person finds the courage to face the raging crowd.
Ramsay, yeah.
During the rioting, 76 non-humans perished, including the witcher Geralt of Rivia. Stabbed in the chest with a pitchfork by a man of whom we know only that his name was Rob, and he owed 3 crowns at the local tavern. Yennefer of Vengerberg dies trying to heal the witcher. The bodies of Geralt and the sorceress are taken away by a mysterious young girl with ashen hair.
Interesting.
The place of interment remains unknown.
I remember. Rivia. Yennefer.
What just happened?
I saw my own death.
Yeah, very different style.
Have you regained
Brilliant
your
actor.
memory?
That's all. I just remember the end.
Vess!
So, we've got an incident involving Geralt apparently being dead, and Yennefer also apparently being dead, yet Geralt's clearly not. Just somehow this incident led to him losing his memory. Possibly something to do with Yennefer's efforts to heal him, I guess, maybe. And the bodies, again, big air quotes, were removed by a mysterious girl with ashen hair. Now, if I remember rightly, that is a fair description of Ciri, who has yet to crop up in the games. Mind you, so's Yennefer, apart from passing mention a couple of times.
Interrogation's done. Restrain the prisoner. take the key.
If you want to do that in private, somewhere a little more comfortable.
I sail upriver at dawn. Guards will collect you in 5 minutes. Eat. You'll need your strength.
Well then, I guess we found rock bottom already. It's like things are starting to look slightly upwards. I want my stuff back though. A lot of effort getting that stuff. I want my cash, I want my gear, I want my alchemy stuff.
Not yesterday. He was a hero, pretty much. Everyone's man.
Personally saw him cut down 20 men in the blink of an eye, so it's no surprise.
See him dashing along those walls. Can't rightly say I ever saw his sword the blade move so fast.
I thought that beast would tear him to bits when it came out of the clouds.
Delayed don't mean denied. Hangman will do that tomorrow.
We'll see.
What say we,
Provoke the guards.
I'll not touch the scum. I get scurvy.
Right.
Guard. Come here, good man.
Why are you hollering? Do that again and we'll shut you up.
Yeah, brave words with the bars between us. What can happen to me? Brave words.
You wouldn't say that if these bars weren't here.
Is that so? Let's see.
Told you.
Rip your guts out!
Huh. Oh, apparently it's a quick time event. Ooh, that's not great. Oh, that was a very fast one. I hate fucking quick time events. Oh, I got that, you dick. Better. Oh, that was awful. Not sympathetic to these guys, but yeah, nasty quick time events. Give them that thing by which they're stringing Geralt up with. Bax looks better, like they've been whipping him recently. God knows why, I didn't seem to account for any of that, but do you have a medallion? I do, apparently they couldn't get that off. Oh yeah, there's all my stuff. Nice. Well, apparently some of my stuff. Well, a small blackjack. Well, that's not great, but at least I can clout some D's with it. Leather gloves. Also not great. Kind of hoping for more of my stuff back, but you know. Rack down there, lovely. This is all I got.
Damn torches. I can't sneak out in this light.
Oh, put it out then.
Huh? What was that?
That's probably the idea. Clap the guy over the head.
You fight like a girl.
Well, like somebody's basically got sod all on it. Chains. Thought I picked up chains. Something I could use there. I don't know if it was the torch or something else. Torch, wasn't it? My friend, I don't think I'm letting you out. Turned out to be Yaskier singing Wholesome Prison Blues, which I think is particularly unlikely. Let's go the other way so someone knows you up here, shall we? Bonk. Rusty key, twine, orange chains, bindings. Made some progress. I assume I will find my gear eventually, or at least some of it. Giving you the opportunity to pick all that stuff up in the prologue, but not being able to get it back would be a nasty kind of move. Although, oh yeah, I was playing so that would be an exit. Days Gone, and there was a scene in that way you get captured and
You deaf or what? I said a prisoner's escaped! Guards! We're not gonna meet Guards!
yeah, the Days Gone I got captured somewhere. Sorry. Keeping my focus on here is a bit of a challenge. Ooh, bad day to be that guy. Yep, got captured in Days Gone in a particular scene. Unavoidable. And when I escaped, as one does, half my bloody stuff that I'd spent ages gathering, making sure I had all the resources I could use, had been taken away from me. I didn't get it back. It's quite a well-known gripe, that one, apparently people have with it. Not the end of the world, you'll be able to work to earn it back, but... Have another level? I do. So, Vigor regen during combat, unlocks abilities to redirect arrows. Vigor regen in combat, definitely. I'm not quite sure which direction I'm supposed to be going or where I came from. That way, I guess. It's a little better armoured. And so's his mate. Looks like the Nilfgaardian chap. It is. With one gauntlet on.
I am Shilad Fitz-Estelin, emissary of the Empire of Nilfgaard and its most divine Emperor, Emir Var Emrys.
What do you want of me, Nilfgaardian?
Simply to speak, my lady.
So who I think it is?
Really? Something you would not dare were my
Oh, it's the
sons
Baroness.
I very much regret the death of the Baron Lavalette. Please accept my deepest condolences. Yet it is precisely his loss that renders our conversation mutually desirable.
Let go of me. I shall walk unaided. I shall return, rogue, and I shall repay you.
Let us go, my lady. Your cries can do us no good.
Yes. But she wasn't treated particularly kindly in there. I thought for a minute that was Yennefer. Looked a lot like her. Mind you, I've only seen a few screenshots and stuff, so... this one, wasn't it? Can I get in there?
Bastard! You fucking prick! Fuck you, cocksucker!
Charming.
Fuck you up the arse! Motherfucker! I'm gonna fucking kill you, hear me? I'll rip your brick off and beat your head in with it!
Have got a map. Wonderful. I'm here. Tracked quest is up that way. Dungeons. So that's the way I've got to go, apparently. No, maybe not. I don't bloody know. I'm a little baffled here.
You're Aryan. Appointment's not till tomorrow.
Sorry, I'm in a hurry. You'll see me today.
Oh dear. Let's get the executioner on my side for a minute. Have him batter the scribe down a bit. Good, we got that guy. Barely, by the seat of my pants, but I got him. And that guy who we just saw. Okay. Some boots. Trousers that may or may not be better than what I've got. Yes, they are. Some short gauntlets. Some magic and bleeding, magic and bleeding. Yeah, the slightly better version of what I've got. Did I get a weapon out of that? I did not. Slightly ridiculous and annoying, given these big glowy ass swords right there. So I still haven't managed to establish if this is the way I'm meant to be going or not. Or if this is where they pulled the unfortunate Baroness out of. Guess it might be, actually. A whole lot of stuff I can nab out in here, but... Might be the stuff I collected previously that's just scattered out. Mary Louisa Lavallette's confession. Louisa Lavalette, crikey, I can't say her name, do solemnly swear that my children and Nathan Bussy are the offspring of my eldest son, Aryan? I don't know. Who decided them through incestuous union. Basically, she confessed to them not being Foltest children, but rather that she had them with her son. Also not true, obviously. So this is clearly where she was being tortured. And this would appear to be a dead end anyway, so... all I've got here is a whole bunch of stuff, so kind of glad I came down here, but didn't get what I was after. Yeah. Pinching all my stuff. Nasty people saying nasty things to me. It's not very nice down here, is it? It's not somewhere you want to come for a holiday, no? Ooh, a club. That's probably an upgrade. 5 to 10, 3 to 12. So, bigger range. Also, knockdown and stun is better. Cool. Upgrades. I mean, it's still not my gear, is it? Get that guy on my side for a minute. Ooh, bad timing. I did quite enjoy the finishing moves though. Ooh, right around the back of the head. The sword sounds are a bit weird given that I'm using a club, but you know. Locked. Pretty sure jailers don't generally walk around with spare bindings on them, unless they specifically need them. A bit weird. If I wanted to sneak, whereas I'm basically murdering my way out of it. Battering my way out of it. So I'm happy about picking up a whole bunch of stuff I didn't otherwise have. That's where I need to go. That was a bad move. No, get out. Get out!
Come in, Master Geralt.
No. Alright, fair enough, whatever.
Mother to the royal children, who at present mourns the passing of her eldest son.
Milady.
I comfort the Baroness with assurances that House Lavalette need suffer no more. Its future brighter as it stands protected by the Empire of Nilfgaard.
Did you kill my son, Aryan?
Aryan, okay, there we go. Yeah, I would give the holiday a miss and on. If everyone's dead, no one can raise the alarm. Yeah, exactly, that's the master plan. He gave me no choice. Your son detested Nilfgaard. Many have died in this war, not just your son. Tough call. Getting involved in politics is not wise. I can't imagine that's going to go over particularly well, though. Top or bottom, I think. Many have died in this one, which is son. I think the bottom one, because, I mean, you probably won't say quite this, but what I'm hoping to get out of this is the implication that siding with Nilfgaard is just going to result in a longer, more bloody war later.
Milady, I killed many during the assault, not just your son. War demands sacrifices. You might remember that the next time you're about to start.
It's enough.
Have some compassion, Master Geralt. The Baroness requires support. She is distraught as it is.
Unnecessary toil, Excellency, for witches have no feelings.
And
the truth, especially when painful, can wake us from the slumber of self-deception. I deserved as much.
Milady, I wouldn't trust the ambassador if I were you.
Master Geralt, let us be serious, please.
Let him speak. I wish to hear this.
I didn't know your son, but I know he saw the Empire as a foe, as did King Foltest.
You've no notion of the events transpiring in the kingdom, of what Kimbolt, Maravel, and their ilk are capable. My duty is to Foltest's children, their safety. And though I too see a pact with Nilfgaard as a pact with the devil, I feel I have no choice. Besides, can you say that you really knew the king?
Well enough
as well as you did.
My words.
Truly? In that case, what kind of a man was he? I wish to know your view.
Tough and ruthless, a good king, no. Like any other man except born to wear a crown, I don't want to judge. You used everything and everyone. Well, he wasn't a good king particularly. I wouldn't say he was particularly tough and ruthless either. He had his moments, but at other times he was a bit of an arse. Like any other man except born to wear the crown. Kind of trick. Not one to judge. Used everything and everyone. I'm gonna go with that one. A bit more clarity would help.
He laughed at pleasantries, envied those better than him, feared those stronger, despised the weaker, and killed those he hated. Those he loved he presented with ballistae. He was a man like any other, except he was born to be king.
True. He was a boar in a crown.
My lady.
And that was the first and last honest epitaph he'll get. Once the poets start in, nothing will remain of the real Foltest.
My lady, you will set down your memoirs. I shall make that my mission.
Tell that carry the impact it does these days.
Artist.
Later, Excellency. All in due time. The ambassador questioned your guilt. It seems now that I too believe you did not slay the king. Your Excellency, you will aid the Witcher to escape the castle. That is my wish.
But, my lady, this would represent an immeasurable risk in my estimation. And there is the matter of your son.
He chose his fate, and departed in a manner worthy of the Lavalets.
Well, he did die in single combat, so...
Reptiles like Kimbolt and Maravel when you balk at the notion of deceiving a few prison guards.
Milady, I shall do what is in my power. Give me a moment, Witcher, then proceed to the main gate.
Where's my shit? Where's my stuff, Nilfgaardian? I want it back. All of it. Yeah. He's been through a nasty time. For what it's worth, the torturer's dead.
One more word, soldier, and I shall personally make certain you hang beside the fugitive. To the dungeon, on the double.
Right. Now the goodies in there. Okay. I've gone that way, I haven't gone this way. I want my stuff back. Somebody left the door unlocked. We're out. Although I still don't have my stuff back.
Halt! Well, blimey, is that you, Witcher? They say you killed the king.
Well, I didn't. And I'm going to prove it.
I'm inclined to believe you.
Glad to hear that. It'd be pretty stupid if I had to kill you now.
Oh, it's New Boy.
Did all the reavers survive the assault?
Aye. They've been drinking themselves silly for 2 days now. I believe I owe you something.
You don't owe me a thing.
We wound up in a boiling cauldron during the assault. You know how it is when knights get caught in a tight passage. Nowhere to go. Those in the back push forward. Those in the front are stuck. And halberd blows raining down from above. I'd have been crushed if not for my armor. And about 10 blows landed on my helmet. My ears still ring and I puke time and again. But I live.
Concussion, then.
Breathe. Concussion. It'll pass. Were you on patrol with the reavers when they ran into those Scoia'tael?
Aye.
Kenneth mentioned the unit was especially vicious. Notice anything out of the ordinary? A unit emblem or something?
Right you are. They had masks made of the cloth of Special Forces uniforms, and they hollered a lot, Yorveth or some such.
Where did the dragon come from?
I've no idea, but it saved our asses. The elves ceased shooting at the sight of it. Can't tell you anymore, as we fled right then as if the devil himself was on our tail. Take this. Kenneth told me to study up, but I've not the mind for it. Just not cut out to be a dragon hunter, I guess. It could be useful to you, though.
I need to go.
Fix the hair twitching, they did Tengu, yeah.
No way you'll slip through.
Can you distract them?
I'll try, but remember, count me out if there's a fight. In fact, we could end up foes.
I hope not. Go.
Just give me a minute.
Book about dragons. Dragons were once commonplace, their rule over the continent absolute. Dragonfire was the bane of cities, and dragon appetites were a constant threat to the first colonizers. Mages stood against these creatures, witches were created to fight them. Today, dragons are nearly extinct. There are occasional sightings of forktails and slizzards, but those creatures are to dragons as stray cats are to tigers. Dragons were brought to the brink of extinction by professional hunters like the famed Kinfred reavers. Alchemy ingredients from a dragon's body are among the most expensive and highly sought after by mages. The beast's roasted tail is considered a true delicacy. Oof. I could get into the river and swim away, but might get shot at then. Oh, looks like they've successfully lured the guards away.
Over here.
Ah, Triss, nice. Give me a minute, I want to see if my stuff's in there. It ain't. The lack of my stuff and everything I had before is kind of aggravating me, unless Triss has managed to get it onto the boat. That will be alright. Yeah, it was iffy, that bit, definitely.
You were to sneak out. Avoid anything resembling a bloodbath.
You left me the key to my manacles, not an invisibility cloak. Triss, is everything all right?
Not exactly. I'm no longer the
Also-
royal advisor. I've lost my post, my home in Vizima. Witcher's mistress, they call me. Kingslayer's whore.
Yeah, the other problem about the sneaking out is there's no bloody stealth mechanics in the game. You gotta sneak out! Stealth. Clear our names, politics can be real. That's probably more Geralt. We'll clear our names.
Say what they think they have to.
I know, but...
They'll change their minds as soon as we find the Kingslayer. Roach will see to that. Right, spy?
I'm no spy, but you're mostly correct. An interregnum is chaos by definition. Rats like Baron Kimbold and Count Maravel rule Temeria now, or strive to. But no one save old Natalis can restore true order.
Natalis is far away and of low birth. The crown's simply out of his reach. Baron Kimbold, on the other hand.
Politics is secondary right now. Vernon, learn anything new about the Kingslayer?
A week ago I got a message from an informer in Flotsam. He saw Yorveth in the company of a large, bald man, not unlike the one you described.
A week ago? Sounds like a cold trail to me.
We need to start somewhere. The trading post is a few days upriver, in the forests that lie on the Adernian border. Yorveth's territory.
Flotsam it is, then. Triss.
Yes?
I'm a bit beat up. Will you look at my wounds?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go below deck. And I need you to tell me about Yennefer in detail. I want to hear it all, even the things you don't want to tell me, even the things that might hurt.
Prepare to cast off! Clear the lines and all aboard!
Lines clear, Captain!
And away we go.
War is a good time to forge friendships, alliances. Aryan and Lavalette, busy building walls and forging swords, forgot that.
Interesting
When he was gone, those he loved were
animated
forced
sequence.
to forge friendships with those he hated.
Guardian.
Life can't be easy for anyone who's unlucky enough to be labeled a regicide. That goes triple for someone like Geralt. Could his luck get any worse? I've known
Yes,
the Witcher
good.
for a long time, and I'm sure that kings, courts, and politics concern him about as much as last year's snow. But hey, life doesn't always dole out what we expect, right? Sometimes it even forces us to associate with unsavory characters
You never know.
like Vernon Roach. No, I'm not making any excuses. And yes, I had my reasons. The Witcher spent most of the way to Flotsam talking to someone. Long into the evening, as water lapped against the boat's side, Triss told him forgotten stories of his unexpected child and his toxic relationship with a sorceress named Yennefer. Stories of a life stolen from him. Am I boring you? Don't set this tale aside. Give me just a few minutes more, for someone special's about to appear in dire straits upon a scaffold.
Why do I get the feeling that somebody might be named after a common weed? 4 months earlier. Bloody hell. Betrayal, I guess. Oh, great. Yeah, raising dead monsters. What a great idea. It's like a drowner, actually. Or possibly just waking it up. Okay. Now he's feeding it to something that's half snail and half spider. That's weird. Cool outfit, though. His armor's pretty badass. I like it. Ooh, yeah, it's me. Bow's a bit weird, though.
Sheathe your sword, elf. I'm here to talk. Bow low. You stand before a head crowned. That of Demovan,
Nasty.
King of Aedirn, by the grace of the gods, sovereign of the Pontar Valley, and so on.
And you are?
A friend to non-humans. I have an offer.
Speak quickly and to the point. The Arrakis will soon return, and I'd rather know all before then.
I can add several more heads to this one. Each crowned.
Go on.
Foltest to start with. I barely escaped in Aedirn. I'll need help. Access to your hideouts and maps of your secret trails. And the support of the Scoia'tael. I won't know gold and have no interest in the killer's fame.
Then why do you wish them dead?
It's a long story. Your beast nabbed his neck. Time to go. Do we have a deal, elf?
Dude's got elven Solid Snake vibes. Chapter 1. Present-day Temerian Adrian border? Not that we were far from there anyway, I don't think. It's a big boat for a rivercraft. Hey, you got my ship back!
Flotsam should be just beyond the point. We'll take the beach.
Who's we?
You and me. Reconnaissance.
I'm coming too.
You should stay behind. We can't be sure of the reception we'll get.
Precisely why
bloody
I won't let you go alone.
sorceress.
Someone's got to look after you.
Dumbass.
That time of the month.
Prick. Well then. I'm going to do a quick thing. Because here's the thing about The Witcher that is not great. That's just the saves from today. So I'll probably leave that one and just delete everything else, I think, because carefully. Mind you, I'm still in the game, so worst case scenario I could just resave it, can't I? Yeah, it saves a lot of different versions, which is kind of good in the sense it means if something goes wrong, you've always got backups, but it also soaks up more space than I'd like it to. The first game did it as well. I don't know if The Witcher 3 does it. Nope. While I'm here, what I should do is make sure I grab my level up and make sure I'm geared up as well. So I have to take one of these. I don't have a mutagen, I don't think, to mutate this with, so can't do that. So I can take the health, I can level up by vigor regeneration out of combat. Increase my vigor slightly there. Blows from all directions and reduce and damage reduction while parrying at full vigor. That. Ooh, don't know really. Vigor regen during combat I think is probably going to be more useful. Slightly more than the parrying thing. Although the parrying thing is going to be useful. Evening, Henry. How are we doing? So I think that'll do for the moment. I want to check my inventory, make sure I've not been screwed completely. Don't think I have. I really do like the design of this sword. I don't suppose there's a way to actually view it in more detail, is there? Stick it on Geralt's back.
Witch's ass is gonna have to get wet. Jump!
That wasn't what I wanted. Oh, I can't. But you can just about see it's kind of a fairly simple crossguard, and pommel's fine. The handle's not bad, but I really like the design's quite nice in its simplicity. And I'd like the ricasso being wrapped in cord there as well. It's a really cool design. It is, however, not as effective as this particular fellow, which is ugly as sin. What can you do? Worn leather boots compared to worn hardened leather boots, so these are better. Worn leather gauntlets versus herbalist's gloves I've currently got on. Better. Heavy leather trousers versus mage trousers. So diamond bonus sign damage versus extra resistance. I think, to be honest, heavy leather trousers are probably going to be a bit more useful to me. Worn leather boots. That's good. Get. And I've already currently got Raven's armor on, which is the best stuff I've got right now. It might be worth having a look to see what enhancements. Enough all right now. Okay, that's fine. Potions, traps. These can go there anyway for now. Traps, bombs. I think otherwise I'm probably quite sorted, or as sorted as I'm going to get.
Come on already.
Right, let's save again. Nice, and we'll call that there. Nice. Ugh. Yeah, that was fun. Surprised at how long it took to get through the prologue there. Didn't think it would take the full 3 hours to just do the prologue, but, you know, it's all good. Do like the fact that Vernon Roach there wasn't very happy about me battering my way out of the dungeons. But what the hell else did he want me to do? He was like, you were supposed to sneak out. You didn't give me any sneak mechanics. How am I supposed to sneak out? I'm sure it can be done, but the game's not exactly geared towards it. It's a weird choice, that. I don't know. Whatevs. Bashing them on the head with a heavy stick seemed to do the job anyway, and I got out without too much difficulty, so it is what it is. Of course, it doesn't exactly convince people of my innocence, but then neither does escaping from prison. On the flip side, if you don't escape from prison, they string you up and rip your guts out, so what you can do is kind of a no-win situation, eh? Unless I can track this guy down and prove my innocence, which I assume we'll be attempting to do. So, yeah, I enjoyed that. The whole kind of engagement distance thing is a bit weird. Sometimes Geralt will close the distance when you attack. Sometimes he just kind of stays back and kind of flaps his sword a bit. That's really weird. But otherwise, yeah, it's not bad. Kind of getting the vibe of it and the feel of it now. Much better than when I first picked up first installed it yesterday and was like checking things worked, and like everybody just kind of insta-killed me very quickly, and I was like, But yeah, getting the hang of this. So, we'll continue this one on Monday, I think. And possibly Tuesday as well. I'll have a think, and I'll give you a confirmed answer on there. Normally, Tuesday would be a Fallout stream, but it's also patch day, and they're doing a longer maintenance period than normal, so it may be that Fallout might be still in maintenance come the time I want to stream. So if that's the case, then I'll swap them over and I'll do Fallout on Wednesday, Thursday. Might be the way to go. We'll see. Speaking of Fallout, did want to do something camp related at the weekend, but there's no way I was going to get that done, to be honest, with one thing and another. So I will aim that for the early part of next week. Beyond that, new video went up today about everything that they're doing this weekend and next week and the patch and stuff. So if you're interested in catching up on that, it's only a short one. Do check it out. I would appreciate. And yeah, this video will be in a playlist, and I will be adding all the subsequent Witcher 2 streams to that playlist. This one will stay public, but the rest of them will be unlisted, so if you want to find them, the playlist is where to do that, as always with all of the streams I do, so same setup. So if you want to see Doom Eternal that we finished the other day, then playlist for that one. Going a bit further back, got Mass Effect 3, and everything else we played earlier in the year as well. There's a whole bunch of very cool stuff. Control, Hellblade, Sender's Sacrifice was on there. What were we playing right before? Oh, Ghostwire Tokyo. That's what we were playing right before Mass Effect 3. So yeah, loads of stuff in there. Very small font. Nice in. Thank you very much for the new sub. Welcome. So yeah, do check all that stuff out if you're interested. And of course, the usual tons of Fallout stuff on there as well. But for now, I think it's probably time for me to head off and chill for a bit, because I quite enjoyed that. That was fun. Looking forward to playing some more of this game and getting into it. It's... yeah, it plays better so far than the last one did. But we'll see how that goes, because I kind of coped with the last one up until like the final third or so of the game, when sort of its shortcomings really became more of a problem. So that may be the same here, but we'll see. And I really like the fact the swords have got more visibly different styles rather than just like 2 or 3 different styles like the last game had. So very cool. CDPR had more money to throw at this game, and it was developed later, you know, better tech and all that stuff available. So not surprising, but nice to see. I do like to nerd out over cool sword designs. So, on that joyous note, thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. You guys know the like, subs, merch store, which is now in chat. Thank you very much, Tengu. Channel memberships, all those other buttons and things are down below the video, below the stream, and social media links and all that down there as well if you want to check that out too. I hugely appreciate it. For now, I will say thank you very much for watching. Do look after yourselves. Stay safe. Do join us for loads more stuff next week. It should be good fun. And I will catch you then. So, till then, have a good one and enjoy your weekend. And I will see you on Monday. So, catch you next time, folks. Night.